the day after the fluke treatment, and lo and behold, things are looking better. As you can see there, the little tancho, although he's still got a bit of a red bump on him, the fins are no longer red, which means he's not under stress anymore. The bumps are going down, which is good. Same with a few other fish. There is something new today that wasn't in there yesterday. Oh yeah, it's this black fella here, look. He's got a big white dot on his head. How he's done that, or what's caused that, I don't know. But yeah, Tancho is looking a lot better. A lot better. The only one that's not looking any better yet, he doesn't seem to be gracing us by the window. He didn't yesterday either, but it's the large scale kahaku. It's just gone down the bottom. But yeah, his bruise along his back is rather large, but the knocks and bruises on the gin rim Becco, they've all gone down. The one on him has gone pretty much completely. Yeah, it's just this new white dot that's baffling me at the minute. What's caused it? Where's it come from? But it's a lot calmer in the pond now. A lot calmer. No jumping, no splashing. They're all wanting bucket loads of food, but at the minute the UV's still off, and as I say, I only did the fluke treatment yesterday, so they're not getting any today. If they're still hungry tomorrow, they can have some. I think crisis averted. I think I caught it just in time. If I'd have waited another day or two to treat, things could have been a lot worse. So yeah, I think it was literally just the parasites causing the issues. I was worried for a minute because they were all coming out in big red marks that we were going to have another bacterial issue like I did 4.5 years ago, and in the end had to start again. So I didn't want that, but no, nothing to do with bacteria, just literally they've injured themselves, because they were literally, I mean, as we all know, living room window there, pond window right there, sitting there in the evenings, and you just hear a massive look up and there's a fish 2 foot in the air. So all I can think they've done is either whacked himself on the skimmer or jumped and hit the side of the pond. Hey ho, we're on the mend, thank God for that. So crisis averted. I didn't really want to do any disaster videos this year, luckily. Not a disaster video, just a hair pulling video, because I couldn't really find what the problem was. To only find a handful of costia over 3 fish, 6 scrapes and 1 fluke, you wouldn't think it was a problem, but it's not like I'm inexperienced. I mean, I'm not a fish doctor by any means, but you know. Anyway, take a breath, stop waffling, things are on the up. So yeah, for anyone that was worried, touch wood, we're good again. We're good again. Everything just seems like back to normal. The fish are all back at the window, all the fish are off the bottom. Even, I must admit, even a fish that I don't think I've ever caught on camera, the little tiny kahaku that's in there, even he's been up the window a couple of times. Hopefully he's been caught on camera. I'm happy, put it that way. They're happy, I'm happy. Morning pond lovers, as you can see I'm in the van, I'm in my work shirt because I've just done a job over in King's Lynn, and I noticed it was literally just round the corner from King's Lynn Koi. So I thought while I'm here I'll drop in, have a look, let you guys have a look and see what there is. So as you walk through the door you're greeted with some bits behind. A big old rack full of pressure filters, nexuses, oase drums, a little pond with an easy pod and a tempest. Very similar setup to myself on my little grow on. If you want to contact them, got WhatsApp number there, look. In here we've got little tow mix, 45 squids. Cracking little fish in there, look. Absolutely lovely. Got all your koi charts on the back wall. I got some of them somewhere. haven't seen them for years. As you continue into the shop, till area, got all your medications, treatments, foods and pumps on the back wall there, and then you're greeted with the biggest pond indoors. Got some absolutely crackers in here. Where's my favourite one? There he comes, look. Look at this Tancho shower. Absolutely gorgeous. Really nice spot. And the sumi on it, check this out, look. That's what it looked like when they got it. You could see a lot underlying, but it weren't out yet. And now it looks absolutely brilliant. There he is. So yeah, got that's golden corn there. I think there's a couple of them in here. Some lovely asagis. And then if we turn around, got all your pipe work, sponges and filters down this side. And some more ponds. We've got in here, we have some chagoi, and we have some hayatsuri, and we have some sanki. The sanki are absolutely lovely. Never been a massive fan of the hayatsuris. Yeah, absolutely cracking. Can't see any chags in there though. Nope. No chags. What have we got in here? Ooh, platinums. Some lovely platinums. Never been a massive fan of platinums myself, but no show in there. They're all gone. In this one, got some golden corn and some pearl scale mix. But the golden corn's in here. They're absolutely cracking. You've got the original yellow type ones, and then you've got some Akamatsuba type golden corns and some Asagi type golden corns. Absolutely brilliant. And the rest of your pipe fittings. Tea and coffee area. Everyone likes the tea and coffee. Not sure if it's for customers, but there's more outside as you saw them, but there's also more around this side. There is a few other ponds at the back there that we missed, but they're covered over at the minute, so under quarantine or whatever. I've got some long fins for those of you that like your old butterfly koi. I kind of like butterfly koi. Don't know if I'd ever have one, but I do like them when you get a nice one. Tosai mix. Again, good mix in there. These guys certainly look very happy, don't they? There's a few in there I wouldn't mind having. And then we've got some even smaller Tosai mix. Got some nice little asagis down there in the corner. The odd Akamatsuba. So a couple of medium-sized ponds there covered over. And then in this one, got some sturgeon, some dwarf sturgeon and some albino sturgeon. But these dwarf, look at them there. They're like a normal sturgeon, but shrunk in the wash, stumpy. The albino one is over there. That's Fred, Kingsland Koi, doing his maintenance. Say hello, Fred.
Hello.
Hello, Fred. Yeah, if you need anything at Kingsland Koi, Fred's your man. Big Blues. Let's have a quick peek outside. Now, I know some people like these, they're not my cup of tea, but your little golf balls with fins, look. Some really nice ones in here, to be honest, but I don't know. For me, they're more of a fish tank fish. I don't think I'd have them in a koi pond. But there's a hell of a lot of sturgeon in here. Diamondbacks, these ones. Don't know if you guys can see any of the sturgeon. Oh, one coming up here, look. There he goes. Some goldfish. Anybody want some extra large goldfish? Some ghost carp and some red in there. A few more goldfish looking at that as well. And then turning round, got all your general pond fish. You've got some golden wharfs, some blue wharfs, some albino grass carps, some tench. Not that you'll see the tench because they're very, very dark. These guys want to eat me. Mirror carp, obviously. Used to have mirror carp. And then some common carp. They're only babby carp. £4.95 a pop, or 5 for 20 quid. Bargain. But if you want some bigger mirrors and bigger commons, he's got these bad boys in. I'd say all about 30-40 centimetres ish, around there. Hard to see them over the top, hard to see them through the window, but I'm sure being mirrors, they get fed an awful lot. And it's the food that dyes the pond brown. Yeah, there's a few in there, some nice ones. And you've got all your plants, lots and lots of plants. It's been about 5 years since I last visited King's Lynn Koi, and Fred wasn't even here then. Apologies if it's a bit windy. These are some of the biggest koi here at the minute. Got a lovely Jinrin shower down there. Lovely soragoi down the back. Might be a bit or chiba like mine at home, to be honest. The odd speck of brown on him underneath. And then we've got absolutely, he's hiding at the minute, but this Jinrin Goshki is absolutely stunning. Oh, he's coming, he's coming, he's coming. Come on. Here he comes. Look at that. And the Shiro, don't forget the Shiro. And a long thin Ogon, I would say. Orange Ogon probably. And then new polytunnel. This certainly wasn't here last time I came, but Fred was telling me he's going to get some grow-ons in here, but this one's empty. I like that idea. Spray bar return. This one we've got some Hyatt series, Shasui and from Marseille. These are a fair decent size as well. Couple in here around 50-60 cm. A nice Shasui as well. I'd say that Shasui down there and two bigger ones got to be just over 50 centimetres. Decent fish. 245. Bargain. And again, no prices on these ones, so they're probably in a book somewhere. But these are brilliant. Look at that for a Hyatt series. Another nice gosh dude. Some absolutely crackers in there. So yeah, not the biggest store in the world, but has absolutely everything you need. And very friendly. I've just been sat there having a chinwag with them. So yeah, if you're ever down King's Lynn way, check it out. King's Lynn Koi. Very, very, very nice place. I will be back. Yeah, so that was a lovely trip to King's Lynn Koi. Not been there for donkey's years, and it's a lot better now than it was last time I went. So well done, Fred. Good news on the other flip side as well. Koi are all doing fantastic. All the red markings and bruises are subsiding, starting to heal up nicely. The gills that was all white and flared on a couple of the koi are all fully healed now, all back to normal. A couple of red marks still lingering, and that white mark on top of the Karasugoi's head still there, but all acting normally, all feeding like Billio. Here they all are, look. But yeah, his gills all back to normal now. No big red marks around and white marks around his gills, so happy as Larry there. His missing scales all now healed up nicely. Unfortunately, that Kahaku split his dorsal, so I hope that heals up. As you can see, the little Tancho, he's healing up nicely as well. Yet again, haven't seen the other Kahaku that had a really big bruise on him. He really isn't coming up to the window at the minute. I've seen him swimming about as normal and feeding as normal, just not coming up to the window. It's that one about to peer through the bubbles behind the shower, that one. You're going to shut? No, the other side. Other side. No, it's being a bugger. Being a little bugger. But yeah, great visit. Built a wardrobe for a customer down in Kings Lynn, and it was literally a 0.4 of a mile away from Kings Lynn Koi. So drop in, say hello. I picked up a bag of salt, which is there, 25 kilos of salt. I will be adding some of that to the pond when all the fluke treatment and everything is out, just to de-stress them a little bit. But I did a video on salt many years ago now, 2 or 3 years ago, on how to calculate the exact volume of your pond. I did it on this one, and I think I did a very quick discussion about it not so long ago, but in an up and coming video I want to know exactly how much is in here, because I've been rounding up my treatments to 2000. It's 1.6 by 1 metre and 1.5 meters deep ish, about 150 deep, depending on where the water level is at the time. Depends how much the things leaked. But yeah, I want to know exactly when I get the water level to the right mark, because what I know, where I normally leave it is in between where it is now and the top coping, so right in the middle of this brick line is where I normally have it set. But we're down a good inch and a half at the minute, because these roots keep making it overflow and making my wall all green. Keep jet washing it off and then top the pond up and it overflows. No matter how much you tweak the air going in and out, at the moment I've tweaked it right down, and as you can see the water's sitting really low at the minute, but worried obviously that they're not getting enough nutrients, because by the time that little trickle, I mean I don't know how well you can see it coming out there, but it's a little trickle, by the time that comes out the other end, the plants have soaked it all up and it's just a drip. So I do like to have it a bit higher than that, but as I say, it then starts leaking. But going to be able to pick some tomatoes very, very soon. In fact, looking at the name on them, they are orange queens, so I don't even think they turn red. I think they stay orange, because some of these were given to me by a fellow allotmenteer. I asked him, do you have any small plants with small tomatoes? Because all I had at the time was money makers, and he was like, yeah, I'll give you some plants. Small plants. I mean, these aren't money makers, these are vine, some kind of vine tomato. I think these ones are money makers. But yeah, then obviously these big ones in there, they're the only ones with a label on it. But hey ho. But yeah, my point being is I want to find out exactly the water volume in there down to a T, because I know this pond, to be precise, I even looked it up on the paperwork before picking up the camera, it's 2,584, 86, around there. I mean, what's a litre between friends? But yeah, so did I say 2,000? 12,000 anyway. 12,584. Yeah, pretty sure that's right. But either way, I always treat for 2,600, because the water level is always a tiny bit higher than when I did that test because I sat it right at the right point where it should be, but it's hard getting that trickle in and trickle out to match, because it really depends how much your drum cleans. And if you set it too low, you could wake up in the morning and as the pond starts to drop, obviously the drum cleans quicker and quicker, and you get to that stage where it then stops cleaning, and yeah, it's a bugger. So I always have the trickle in set to just a bit more than what the drum's taking out at the minute during the summer. And yes, I keep getting millions of paperwork from the water company. You've got a leak, you're losing 14 litres an hour. You've got a leak, you're losing 27 litres an hour. You've got a leak, you're losing 7 litres an hour. Your leak is getting smaller, your leak is getting bigger. Will you leave me? I've rang them so many times. It's costing them money to send out these bloody letters. So if anybody knows how to stop them once and for all, because every person I speak to, whether I'm just paying my bill, so I always pay that over the phone, or if I have to ring them for any other reason, mention it every time. They say, oh yeah, we'll make a note, and then 2 days later, I get another one. Every time I tweak the adjustment on it and have a bit more water coming out or a bit less, I get a new letter. If I leave it as it is, they leave me alone for a couple of weeks. But if I tweak it, they tell me it's getting bigger or smaller and exactly how many litres an hour I'm using, which is good for me. I like to know how much I'm using. I mean, even the maximum I've had this year was 27 litres an hour. And that was probably topping up both ponds, to be honest, but I mean, that's not too much, is it? I mean, when people do a big water change, I mean, 20% water change, if you was to do that once a week, for instance, I mean, 10% is 1,200 litres, so 20%, 2,400 litres, yeah, that's 27 litres an hour in that much. I'm happy with that. Just wish the bills were cheaper. But yeah, I just thought, as I've been to King's Lynn Koi, I'll pick up the camera, let you know what I've bought. Some salt. I'm going to calculate the pond volume in an up and coming video, so if you haven't subscribed, hit that button, and then yeah, koi are all on the mend. When I do that video, I'll drop some salt in this pond as well. I'm going to give it a few more days for all the treatments to subside. Might even do a re-scrape again just to double check, but I think we're good. On that note, guys, thanks all for watching. Like the video if you haven't already, and we'll catch you on the next one.